You need to find your bunny ears.
Yeah, I do.
Welcome to...
Damn. My fault. My fault.
Welcome to episode 4!
Yeah. Come on.
Oops, we said it! Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about music.
Music. We love music.
Music makes the world go round. How do you say what? Like nani desu ka?
Nan desu ka?
Nan desu ka?
Mm-hmm.
That means music. Wait, say it again.
Ongaku.
Ongaku.
Mm-hmm.
Ongaku.
Ongaku is music.
We're big fangirls. Part of how we became friends was we went to shows together.
Mm-hmm.
So today we wanted to talk about music because it's so like interesting how like different the music industry I guess is like in America than in like Japan and in Asia, because recently I've been like, I mean, I'm sure all of you, unless you live under a fucking rock, like honestly this bitch doesn't know about this, but my whole For You page is all about the Alabama Barker Bhad Bhabie beef.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who those people are, Alabama Barker is Travis Barker's daughter, like the drummer from Blink-182, like
tatted, bald head.
bald
Travis,
tatted man,
yes.
married to Kourtney Kardashian.
Yes. He's
And-
so sweet. He seems so sweet.
He seems like a good guy.
Really good guy.
Although like he's not like saying shit about like Alabama. But we'll get into that.
Okay.
So basically like Alabama and Bhad Bhabie, who like Bhad Bhabie is the like cash me outside girl, like cash me outside. How about that? You know? She and Alabama Barker like have this beef going on right now. And they've been doing like diss tracks because
Alabama Barker does music?
yeah, like so Alabama Barker is like really like getting shit on right now because she's kind of like cultural appropriating like black
She
culture.
definitely like black sense
She's
a little.
like
Yeah.
blackfishing a lot
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And like everyone's kind of hating on her for that just because like she's clearly white and also like isn't like from like the hood. Like it's not
Yeah.
like she's like grown up in the culture or anything and
Yeah.
like is just kind of acting like she is.
Yeah.
So already like it was kind of a big like people weren't liking her for that kind of thing. And then she started doing music, and so she's like she put out this song that was like a rap song. Like it's just very like white rich girl from Calabasas trying to like be black and like make rap music. And honestly her music wasn't that bad, and do what you gotta do, whatever. I don't think anyone cared that much other than like the blackfishing part. But then so Bhad Bhabie like has like a baby with this guy, and his name's Levon. Believe me, I had never thought that I would know this much about Bhad Bhabie in my fucking life, but I do because all I see is this shit every day.
White girl's algorithm.
Literally. Am I blackfishing with my algorithm?
Apparently.
Shit, man. I just,
BBL white girl.
I guess. Jesus. Apparently, like, long story short, like, you can look it up if you want to, like, get into the into the nitty. I'm sure you'll start to get like because we're talking about it right now.
Listening right now.
But
my FBI agent's like, get this on her. Like,
yeah. Apparently, like Alabama Barker's kind of ran through and like hooks up with a lot of like rappers, and she's like young, like she's like literally like 17 or 18. So it's like it's all news and it's all a little crazy.
19. Really? She's not even 18?
Oh, she's 19.
Okay, thank God. Okay, I was gonna say
19. But apparently it's been happening for a while. And like
love.
again, this is all speculation. Like I don't know anything about Alabama Barker. It could be false. I don't know. But she hooks up with a lot of people's boyfriends, and she's kind of just like that. In the like space of where Bhad Bhabie and like rap, like, you know, rapper people are like, and Bhad Bhabie used to date like, what's his name?
Is Levon
Chief
famous?
Keef. He's like a rapper, I think, but like I don't know, like in like circles he is, I guess. It's like random, like some people would consider it like it's the people that are in that think he's that are like they're famous
Chief
to them.
Chief Keef is in LA right now.
Okay, well, but I don't know.
Well, no, actually, I didn't even tell you. I don't know if I can even say this, but he was like his manager was like rumored to come by my club this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So
he might be.
all of the dots are connecting in my mind right now.
He might be. And like,
Yeah.
so he used to date Bhad Bhabie. I don't know.
Oh,
It's all this like connection of just these like rappers. Some of them are like, you know, it's like Tyga, like Soulja Boy,
right.
like this kind of vibe.
Yes.
And then like Levon is like is Bhad Bhabie's baby daddy, and like I think he's a rapper, but like more of like people know him, but like he's not like a super well known one. Alabama had like hooked up with her baby daddy, Bhad Bhabie's, and like was lying about it, and it was this whole drama because like she said she wasn't, but like Bhad Bhabie said she was. And whatever, they were friends, and then they weren't, their friends, they weren't, and then whatever, that's just normal TikTok drama. And then Bhad Bhabie released a diss track, and then that one was like whatever, and then Alabama Barker released a diss track, and then Bhad Bhabie just released a diss track this week called Miss Whitman. That was about Alabama Barker, and it is like going crazy because it is like filthy. Like it is like tearing her up.
Is bad publicity.
No, like it's not good.
Oh yeah,
it's not good. Honestly, objectively, Bhad Bhabie's a pretty good rapper. Like if you like her songs kind of hit, and she hasn't made music in a long time. She's like dressed like Alabama, and she's just like laying out all her dirty laundry and like saying that all this crazy shit about her that like no one knew. And it's interesting because it's like all I'm seeing, and I haven't looked for it once. Like I never searched it up. It just pops up on my feed. It's the only thing anyone's talking about right now. And I find it like so interesting because why is this such a thing in America? Because I feel like it's not really a thing in Asia or Japan. To have, even though like I'm sure artists like don't fuck with each other like that a lot of the time, but it's never like this. Like you never have any of them airing out each other's like shit online.
I mean, there's like Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, like especially like hip hop culture. It's like it's good, I imagine. Like it gives you fuel for your your music, your lyrics, and like you beef it out in public. But like at the end of the day, it's kind of serving both of the artists. Like I think so. Conspiracy theory, I feel like they might do it on purpose.
That's like what I think it was at first. Like, and it might still be, honestly.
It could be both.
It could be both. Because I know at first I feel like it was. Because it was like all of it kind of came to light online when like Alabama was releasing her first song. So it was like obviously like press and like buzz around her song. But the things that she's saying are crazy. And like Bhad Bhabie also is like, they're also like having this discourse where it's like both of them are white, but Bhad Bhabie really grew up like in the hood and like she's like a real hood white girl, and she like really came like from like living that life, whereas like Alabama's like a nepo baby, and like has never had to like work for anything in her life in that sense.
Hood of Calabasas.
So it's like you can't go like band for band with like that because like you don't actually know.
In my eyes of being not like clued in with this drama and like what type of well, I know how Calabasas is, but like being a nepo baby of Travis Barker, I bet that like Alabama has been around a lot of rappers, a lot of hip hop culture and stuff
for sure
growing up. So like she probably does have a little bit of like cred, maybe not street cred, but like cred nonetheless.
Well, and it's also like the discourse of that too is interesting to me because I'm also like, would you be saying that if it wasn't like Alabama Barker? Like, first of all, we don't know her.
Anyone in the Kardashian circle, like you just love to hate them, hate to love them. Kind of.
And I think I think it just like has more to do with like if you look back on her when she was like, I mean, also she's like a child, like she's young. But everyone's like it's like a phase of her life. Cause like she's young and like she's gonna be like this for a few years and then she's gonna like do something else. Whereas like this is actually like people's like life and like how they've grown up and like what they like all that they know. And so people are mad because it's like, well, you're just like you're just doing this because you like think it's cool and maybe you've like surrounded yourself with some people like that, but that's not like actually your life. Which who's to say like that's true or not, we don't know. But whether it's true or not, because you never know with social media, like whether someone's telling the truth or not on anything. Like Bhad Bhabie could be just spewing nonsense as well. Like you never know. But it's just like this shit is going triple platinum, gold, diamond, like absolutely off the charts on TikTok for like me, who's like not really like into that kind of music anyway, or into like either of those people in general.
Apparently you are the target audience.
Apparently. I mean, I guess I'm watching all the way through. I am invested. I guess I'd be watching.
But it might be like white girl talk. I'm truly off of that.
I'm just like on a lot of people talking about like appropriation.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm appropriating.
Never escaping the Asia boo.
Never escaping the Asia boo allegations.
If this were translated into Japanese culture, I think like it's pretty. I know we were just saying we don't really know like historic beefs in Japan, but if it were to happen, they would have to like have a press conference. If I were like a blonde Asian artist, I would dye my hair black. Mm-hmm. Like when any artist like does something bad, they have to like go back to their roots.
Okay.
So they have like when BTS before they like announced they were gonna like take time off, I was like we all thought that was coming. When all of their hair was black again, I was like something bad's happening.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I was like when their hair is black, they're going public about something.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It could be something as simple as like there was Darvish is a really famous baseball player. He's Hafu like Kagan. Mm-hmm. And he got caught smoking a cigarette underage, which isn't even that big of a deal. And I think he had to like publicly go into like a press conference and be like, I'm so sorry, I have wronged you.
Oh my
the
god.
Fans for like me doing something illegal.
Yeah.
And then I also think he like got someone knocked up, so he like married her and sorry, Darvish.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a little. More.
There was more.
That's
but
a little
the
more.
Cigarette,
the cigarette is no biggie.
Yeah. Whenever people have like dating scandals, they have to like publicly say sorry.
I feel like that wouldn't happen in any like East Asian culture music industry, just because everything's so polite.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that wouldn't happen in like any East Asian culture music industry type thing because everyone's so polite. No matter what you do, whether it's like smoking a cigarette or like date whatever, like which are all obviously to like regular people not that big of a deal, but in like the industry it's like so bad and frowned upon. I feel like even if you beefed with another artist, they wouldn't say anything about it. Like there would be no diss tracks. I mean but that's not true though, because
there are diss
G
tracks.
Dragon did that. Yes. G Dragon did that, but G Dragon's like G Dragon.
Yeah, Korean music, I think they do diss tracks.
But it's like more like
they
nuanced.
They diss like, I think like the naysayers, and like it's less like artist to artist. I feel like it's like public to artist is what I feel like they do.
And sometimes they do like their like the studio or not studio.
Oh yeah. They'll be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
but I feel like it's
advantage.
like so like crazy when that happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just so normal for people to say the most out of pocket insane stuff. What would that even look like if like two people that beef, like you know how like everyone thinks that Jimin and like Jonghyun, yeah, like Jimin and Jonghyun from Twice are like hate each other.
Oh yeah.
Like what would their rap beef be about?
But she's so fun.
Well, I'm not saying that. I don't like her.
You would find this so darling. Okay, so I grew up with this boy band called SMAP in Japan, and that's like I'd say like Super Junior
that
or
sounds
like
sexual.
SMAP. That's okay. So he one of the main members had like a mental breakdown like early 2000s.
Right.
And it wasn't
we all?
It wasn't even with anyone. Like he was just having a personal thing. It was probably like pre them disbanding and like stuff. So he was having a mental breakdown. He gets super fucking wasted, and he goes to a park, and this is kind of bad. It was like public indecency. Ooh. But he apparently like took all of his clothes off and basically went like streaking in the park, being like, what is life? Like
that's honestly fair.
Yeah, like what's happening?
Like I get that.
Yeah, and he's still very active in the industry, but I guess when he got undressed, instead of like taking clothes off in like a outrage, he like took his clothes off, and someone saw him being like, he like nicely folded his clothes and like folded his shirt, put it on a bench, took his pants off, put it on, folded it, put it on a bench, like, which is like so Japanese, right? Like the respect. And then he was like,
Nico.
Oh, cute. Or goo.
Wait, that's so cute.
Right, like so, like that's like the level of Japanese-ness. I feel like
it's like you're doing something so fuck ass,
yeah,
and yet you still have to organize your clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
You still have to make things neat and tidy.
The Japanese shame. They're like, you're about to go streaking, but
hey,
hold your clothes.
My shit'll be folded up tight.
Speaking of music episodes,
Oh my god, June! Speaking of music, okay.
Okay, ready?
And I'm okay.
You guys know what we're talking about?
Okay, guys.
This is actually, I'm on Asian algorithm. She put me onto this.
Well, I'm also on Asian
algorithm.
algorithm.
I know. But she's deeper in it than I am.
Yeah.
And obviously it came up as soon as you sent it to me, but I was like, I don't know this yet.
Yeah.
And you were like, have you seen this guy?
Like,
he is everywhere.
so like as far as like artists go, like thank you.
I also want to pluck a hair.
Oh my God.
Right here.
Do I actually need you to.
I don't even have tweezers.
Dude, I don't have them either. That's why I have so much hair here.
I'm so obsessed with this song. Obsessed.
Like this, you know, if you guys don't know Molly Yam, you need to look him up.
If there's any singular like blank moment in my day, my brain is going.
We're gonna play. We're gonna just let's like pretend to dance, and then we'll like play the song. You guys like need to like look it up. It randomly appeared on my For You page, which like happens a lot for me. Like I randomly get like obscure artists. There's also this song called Nightingale. I don't know if I've ever sent it to you. It's like Nightingale by like Hevel. I don't know.
We're on LA algorithm.
Yeah. And like I've always been into like hip hop too. Like and like I've been like just like any kind of hip hop. I've always like really liked like hip hop. So I kind of got put onto like the joint, like, oh, what do you like? Hip hop and Asian people.
Yeah.
Let's put the music together for you on your algo.
Yeah.
And so like these random things, and like Molly Yam is this artist that came on, and this song is like crack cocaine, you guys. Like this guy is so weird and awkward, like looking in his videos.
Visually, what is the pull is I feel like the beat and the music is actually really good.
So
but
good.
He's so awkward and weird, and then he also does like a gimmicky thing.
Yeah.
Which turns out, I googled him, and he's maybe like Korean Japanese in heritage, and it's called ohaguro.
Ohaguro.
Yeah. Ha is teeth, and kuro is black.
Kuro.
So a Simple Beauty back in the day was when they put like black ink on their teeth. So I think he's kind of tapping into the Japanese, because this isn't a Korean thing, but he seems more Korean than Japanese.
Well, and that girl Sailor is doing that too. That song. Bet you meet your mom, bet you na 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 na. Hey Pookie.
I don't know that song.
Bitch, this girl.
Wow, I'm not even Asian, fake Asian.
This girl doesn't know shit about Asian music. There's a few artists right now who are doing this black tea thing, and everyone's kind of like, what the hell is this?
It
like,
also
it's
kind
weird.
of, it gives the vibe of like
It's
hip hop
cultural.
grills.
Yeah.
I think it goes hand in hand with that vibe.
Apart from that though, anyway, it's like, to like anyone that doesn't know about the cultural like significance of it, it's like a jarring like thing to see, and also just like his vibe. The reason why I even sent it to you, I'm like, this song bangs. Like I literally said to you, I was like, this song bangs, but what's up with this guy? Like there's something weird about this dude.
He's not really like a dancer.
He's
dances.
not like hot. Yeah. He's awkward in his moves. He's awkward in the way he looks. But his energy is right. And he like, you're so like in tune with like your vibe.
Yeah.
And like it's so you.
Yeah.
That like it just hits.
The confidence in it.
Yeah. And because the music is also really good, obviously, like.
Also, I find it interesting, like, we've talked about Erica Prid before, but this guy's name is Molly Yam, and they obviously, in their artist name, have chosen names that don't sound Asian.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is, like, a strategic move on their part, right? So it's, like...
Part of the thing that, too, like, everyone was saying when I first saw him popping up, and now I see him everywhere, like, this song needs, like, cool editing. This song needs, like, some different type of like editing techniques, and just like random.
No, it's just camp.
Random shit. But like I'm like, that's the thing that was like interesting though, because it was like, I know what you mean. Like it would make it look cooler, and like it, even if people he did do that, it would still like make the song look interesting.
it feels authentic to me. Like, he does a lot of subway scenes, right?
Yes.
And I actually feel like a lot of, like, people that have had, like, staged music videos in subways, they probably, like, bought it out or, like, actually told the people in the train car, like, we're doing this thing. To me, I feel the energy where he, like, just did it.
Yeah.
And then also, like, is, like, reserved in his movements because he's like, I'm doing a weird thing in front of strangers.
Yeah.
And, like, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, awkward in a good way.
Yeah. In the way that you think it should be a certain type of way. The fact that it was so weird and everyone thought it was so weird and everyone was like, do it a different way. In the end, it made it pop off even more. Because everyone was like, wait, actually, hell yeah.
Yes.
Like, actually, hell yeah. And so, I don't know what it is about, like, at least for me, as, like, a white person, I listen to a lot more, like, Korean rappers, Korean R&B artists, like, Japanese people, like, type of music, and I don't know if it's just because I feel like they, apart from K-pop, because K-pop is, like, its own thing that's very kind of formulaic, and there's, like, a different reason for liking that, apart from the music, of course. Maybe it's just from my lens as a white person not understanding, like, the Asian music industry and, like, Asian culture as much in general, but I feel like in general, when I find artists like Molly Yam or, like, Eric Redford, it's, like, their style and their, like, aesthetic and their vibe feels very just like them. Even though Eric Redford, I've watched, like a No Jumper thing on him, and he's, like, not from the hood. Like, he's not, like, he's not really practicing what he preaches that much, and he's never said that he was, which is, like, fine.
I think it feels more authentic almost because Asian culture is so removed from what hip-hop origins are, like, American, like, Black community. It's like, obviously you're, like, very East Asian, that you don't have any experience in the hood, you don't have whatever, but they have such an appreciation for it, and then they, like, emulate the vibes in a way, so there's not as much of, like, you're blackfishing or you're hip-hop fishing.
Obviously they take a lot from, like, American rap, and
there is, like, a fuck bitches make money type of vibe, but once you start learning, like, the lyrics of it, I feel like Asian hip-hop, they're saying really, like, deep and sweet things. And, like, especially Japanese, because I understand it fully. Like, I was listening to Dive, right? Is that the song? I always say Drive when it's Dive. Dive. Yeah. I love Dive, but, like, the lyrics, my friend was like, oh, what are they saying? I was like, it's kind of obscure, but it's definitely not like, oh, like, I was getting dome, I was getting whatever. Like, it's not like money, bitches. It's always like I have a drive to, like, make it in the world, and this is me, and, like really earnest things.
Yeah. Either way, for me, like, it really doesn't matter either. I'm more of, like, I'm a beat person. Like,
acoustically.
I'm like not a lyric person. More.
You're such a lyric person.
Well, I can remember lyrics. Like, I'm a musical person, so, like, it's easy for me to remember lyrics. It's easy for me to pick up beats and, like, melodies really well. But as far as the way that I like songs, like, I much more fall in love with, like, the beat and, like, the, like, production of it before I do the sound, which is, like, probably another reason why I like Asian music so much, and, like, foreign music in general, just because, like, I don't need to know the lyrics as much as I, like the beat and, like, the flow and stuff. I feel like Japanese rap is much faster and it's less melodic, because I think Japanese is a lot more, like, hard, I guess.
We have more, like, consonant endings and Korean is a little more vowel forward. Even though we're, like, very phonetic. So we are, like, vowels as well. But, like, that's why I love Korean music, because it's so vowel forward. So, especially in ballads. It's so beautiful because they, like, the a, I, U, E, O sounds are, like, so forward in Korean, as opposed to, like, Japanese is a little bit more consonant-y. I saw this meme recently of, like, hyping up people that can make music, being like, look at you, like, decorating time out of thin air. And I'm like, I so fuck with that.
Wait,
like,
that's a really,
right?
I love that.
Like, decorating time is what music is.
Decorating time out of thin air.
Like, so cool.
I can't wait till we're DJs and we do that.
Yeah. I want to decorate time.
We're decorating time. Okay.
Speaking of fandoms, there's, like, a funny thing, as, like, we like a lot of you're not as, like, deeply a fan name of a certain group. But we get it. We love fandoms.
I'm more of like a song person.
But there are certain things that fandoms or like fans of idols find attractive in idols, right? So I want to just talk about how like some of the weirdest things that people find attractive. Okay, like the easiest thing is like fans find hands really sexy, especially like women find male idols' hands like a thing, and they'll be like, oh, like Yuno's hands from ATs.
Yeah.
And he knows that about his fans, so he'll like do things with his hands like more off, or like he'll in his carousels on Instagram will be like just like his hand holding something, and I'll be like, ah, so veiny.
People just like thirst after like the most ridiculous things.
Yeah.
And like everybody kind of likes hands, like veiny hands, veiny arms. But in K-pop, it's like literally like thrusting your hips or like rolling your body like on the dance floor, and people are like freaking out, like like literally like causing a fucking ruckus about
that's the same for fandom since like Beatlemania or like Elvis.
That's true.
People can look down on you as like I think it's when like, because it's primarily women that fangirl, right? So it's kind of like a anti-feminist thing to be like, oh, like you don't like, it's so stupid that you like fangirl like that. And then I'm like, men fan boy like men do players,
and men do the same thing with like girls, like girl artists that they think are hot. They're like, but they're more like, oh my god, like she's got such a fatty, like god, she's so hot, which is like way worse, than us just being like, like they just like hugged. It's so cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's almost not. I feel like men, it's like sexual, and they're like, oh, like I would fuck that ass up, kind of like, like gross. Like for us, we're just like, oh my god, they're so cute.
They're so cute. Like they just
like looking at like a cute thing.
Yeah, and when they're kind of like just hanging out together and like being like, we're like, oh, like we love them together. We want them to like. We think of them as like, oh, they're in love.
Yeah.
But like in a cute way.
Yeah.
Like in like a cute way that's like
ship culture, shipping culture.
Shipping culture happens a lot in like TV.
You can ship in a hetero way, like you can be like, oh, I love Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Yeah. Which
is whatever, but like I think in K-pop culture we ship like boys that aren't like specifically out of the closet. Or anything, but we just are like, oh, those two members really get along.
And then we always use a song that goes, you and I, yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we love hands. To me, another one.
We love hands.
We love hands. I actually...
Jin eye drops. Shipping K-pop idols
playing. Jin eye drops go so hard.
Jin eye drops.
Have you seen Jin eye drops? Have you seen Jin?
I'm putting you and I.
I think it might be a little bit of like BDSM vibe, because he like flicks. He like
flicks the bean.
Flicks the thing. I think that's what his sound. You're like, ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know, or it's like a slightly like medical feeling or something.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. You know when someone's about to like give you like a shot, they like flick the
what's good about that?
I don't know why that's sexy, but it's like, oh, you know what you're doing.
You're right.
We went to go see ATs twice.
Front row. Almost.
Almost. And what was the moment we loved? It was
they like this.
Mingy and you know
they go like they like will show it, but they like put their hands together and they're like, and they always do it. I don't know why. I think it's just like part of the show.
Yeah, it's one of.
But it's so precious.
It's so cute.
And that's like one of those moments where you're like, oh, we're shipping that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really.
And I think those two are the straightest of that group.
Yeah. Although like Jongho.
Oh yeah. Thick cock.
We do buy into it a lot. Like, we do get a little kooky about some of the stuff, but in a lot of ways, like, I feel like... Did you get her? Oh my god. She's a vampire. She's a fucking spider.
It's not there. It's not there.
As far as the music industry goes, there's just a lot of weird stuff going on in both the Asian music industry, the American music industry, and we have so much like. Obviously, this has been a little bit of a chaotic episode, and we're very passionate about music in general, and we like
get a little distracted.
We get a little distracted, and we get a little off topic, and we're sorry if it's been a little bit of a roller coaster.
I think we need to have like a insert moment where we're like, these are Japanese terms.
Yeah.
Relevant to this topic.
Yeah. I don't know if we even have any for this episode because we've just been kind of rambling magambling. Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, music can bring people together. But no, for real. The experience that music brings to, like, obviously us as we, like, ramble on and on about random stuff that makes no sense, and, like, fandoms and being a fan of this and a fan of that, and how, like, beefs affect people and how this affects people and how this...
I mean, it brought us together as people that with completely different backgrounds.
Yeah.
When we saw YOASOBI, I think the moment that I got, like, so emotional is, like, we saw YOASOBI at Head in the Clouds, right? Mm-hmm. And they came out and they were like, we are YOASOBI from Japan!
Yeah.
And, like, I just, like, hadn't heard an artist ever be able to, like, utter that sentence in America. Mm-hmm. And, like, when I heard that, I was just, like, my body just had a reaction where I was just like, oh, my God, like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
like, and also because they're such a huge band.
Huge.
That, like, I was like, oh my God, you guys have never been able to, like, stand on an American stage before? Like, wow, like, what a moment.
Yeah.
And then after that, we saw them at Coachella.
Mm-hmm. And especially for, like, Japan. The global reach of Japan, like, even though, like, I love so many Japanese artists, and Japanese music is incredible. It's, like, the reach isn't exactly the same.
Yeah.
Saying that as a Japanese person for, like, YOASOBI doing that as, like, you know, not the first, but, like, you know, one of the big name artists of, like, this day and age who, like, is making an impact in America and making an impact globally in general. It's, like, that's amazing. And it's, like, amazing that we're in this time where we can all listen to this type of music and we all have exposure to it. And, like, anyone that doesn't listen to other cultures' music is missing out on so much because it's, like, so good.
So good.
Like, all different cultures' music is, like, so fucking good.
Really into Chinese rap recently.
Chinese rap was amazing.
Yeah, Vietnamese pop is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with some Desi shit, like, like Indian, South Asian, so great.
It's all good. Yeah. Like, everywhere's good.
Give it a shot.
We'll put you on. Just keep listening.
Oh, we'll have Spotify playlists.
Yeah, we'll make a Spotify playlist. We'll show you our, like, Spotify playlists, cause this shit is good, and everyone should be fans, be fangirls, fanboys, and pop out.
Pop out.
Sorry this was a little bit chaotic. I had a hard day, and I'm having a hard time thinking and making sentences. But
also, we are doing, if we want to clue the audience in, we are filming doubles this week because I'm actually going to be in Japan for 3 weeks in March. So we are going to film doubles right now, and then maybe we can figure out, like, how to do, like, FaceTimes or something and do, like, a little something fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do some teasers of her in Japan, and, like, we'll figure something out for that, but we're filming doubles just to make sure we have enough content for you guys while she's gone for a month. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you enjoy this. You know, sometimes we're gonna be organized and have a lot of information to say, and sometimes we're gonna be a little kooky crazy. That's basically who we are anyway.
Yapping shots. Yapping and shots.
Yapping and shots. You have, like, a lot of black shit
under
your
eyes. These lights.
But at the end of the day, this is Savannah June.
This is who we are. Thank you for being
here. Thanks
here.
for watching. Bye!
Dane. I also think, like, もっと日本語で話さないけど I feel like I need to speak more Japanese. もっと日本語で話さないといけないような気がする。はい。でしょ All you can say, bro, you need to practice your because you're gonna lose and you're gonna do the challenge.
I will not lose.
We're doing it anyways.
Yeah, we're doing it anyways.
God, I can't do this anymore! But I